Howdy Rangers, welcome to another Midweek Coaches Show. We hope you all had a wonderful spring break as we all did. Again, it is just me again today. Miss Snyder is out again, so we look forward to celebrating all of our student athletes, everything that's going on this campus. We're going to start off with some recaps of things that happened over spring break. We'll take a break, visit with Coach Kale, the head of our baseball program, and then I'll come back with a lot of exciting things happening this week for our Rangers. So let's talk about boys and girls soccer. They have both wrapped up their season. Both of them finished second place, which qualifies them for playoffs. Congrats to Coach Adkins, his staff and team, Coach Boss, her staff and team. Our girls soccer finished 10-1-3. Again, second place in district, solidified the second seed, so they will move into playoffs to play the third seed from another district. They finished their district season with the tie, 0-0 tie versus Piper here at home before spring break. Our boys finished their season with a tough loss to Piper. However, they still secured the second seed spot, so they will also play the third seed from the other district, and we will keep you updated at the end of the show about where you can find first round soccer info. Our track kids headed out before spring break to the Cougar Relays over at Canyon. They had a great showing. They've got a couple more meets coming up before they prepare to move through district and regionals and state. So congrats to Coach Jones, his numerous coaches, tons of athletes, so much success in that track program. We're very proud of everything that they've accomplished. Golf hosted their regional preview. Our boys actually brought home first. So our boys team qualified as first place, which is a great start as they move into getting ready for district. And then on the girls side, we want to give a shout out to Sayers Allen, who brought home the individual second place. Congrats to Sayers, Coach Poppy, Coach Sutton. They've had a wonderful season so far. And as we said, they're getting ready to move into district. So they seem to be doing a great job at the right time. Also doing a great job is our softball team. They are currently 4-1 in district. Coach Wolf, Coach Randall, Coach Cook, Coach Derek have got those girls firing. They've had 3 big wins, 2 over spring break against Wagner and Veterans Memorial, and then put it to Canyon last night, beat them 11-0. So they are just grinding about halfway through the first round of softball. And then speaking of district, we've also got baseball who just started. They are currently 2-0 in district. And to get a little bit more of an in-depth look, we're going to head over to Coach Kale and Coach Hill.
Thanks, Coach Miller, and congrats to our teams on their successes over the past week or weeks. And as we do each time at the midpoint of the show, we feature an in-season sport. And today, as you can tell by the surroundings, we're at the Ranger baseball field. And this week, we're going to feature and highlight our baseball program, who's off to a great start as we are early in district play, but we're here with Chad Kell, who's our head baseball coach and has been now for
18 years.
18 years as our head coach, and has had remarkable success, and as we'll talk about, you can see has had quite a bit of success this year. So let's do that, Coach. So here we are, only 3 games into district, what will end up being a 14-game district slate. But let's bring the Ranger fans up to date from the beginning of the season up to now. Just kind of briefly recap how that's gone.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, we started out early in the year, about 4 weeks ago, I guess, with the Northside tournament, and ended up going 4-1 in that tournament, and was able to just look at things and a lot of different kids and stuff. So felt that was a success. Then we hosted our tournament here and ended up 4-1 in that tournament as well. And then going into spring break, we went to Dripping Springs and ended up 3-1 in that tournament, and was definitely probably our most competitive tournament as far as teams are concerned. And then over spring break, we went, like you said, we went into district play and was fortunate enough to sweep Kerrville-Tivy, beat them here Tuesday 5-1, and then went on Thursday and beat them 2-1 at their place, which was big for us. I think Kerrville-Tivy we feel is going to be a team that is definitely a team that can make a playoff run and get in the playoffs. So to have the sweep over them was good. And then, was able to beat Seguin last night at their place 10-0. So we're 14-3 right now and 3-0 in district play and off to a pretty good start.
Well, and for Ranger fans who may not know, it's a relatively new thing. It's not brand new, but our district, the way we play it in baseball, is you play the same team twice in 1 week. And then instead of the old traditional round robin and then repeat the round robin at the alternate site, you actually play, like Coach said, Kerrville-Tivy last week twice, one here, one there in the same week. And so to get a sweep, we're through with Tivy. So we have tiebreakers over them if it were to come to that. and obviously they're a contender as we are, and a few others for the district championship. And to be 2 games up on them and hold the tiebreaker edge is huge, as you said. So. So that kind of brings us up to date for fans who maybe haven't come to the ballpark but are planning on it or going to watch some of the future broadcasts on the Rangers Network. Let's feature and highlight a couple kids who maybe are leading the way a bit for you.
Yes, sir. We're pleased with all of our kids right now, but we've got to go to 2 seniors who have been there and done it. It's MJ Espinosa and Zach Gingrich, and for us this year, it really starts on the mound. And those 2 kids have thrown extremely well this year. Both of them have ERAs well under 1. MJ struck out about 50. Zach struck out right around 40 guys on the mound, and MJ is swinging it really well for us right now too. So we look to those 2 guys. They do a great job of leading our team, and they were fortunate enough to be with us when they were freshmen when we went to state tournament, and so they continue to lead, and those are 2 guys that really kind of jump out at you.
Right. Well, you mentioned Seguin. You played them over there on Tuesday or last night, and won. And so you have them again Friday.
Yes,
Friday here at home.
Yes, sir.
Let's kind of go through the rest of the schedule. I mean, who are the potential roadblocks to keep us to get where we want to go?
Sir, well, like you said, we'll finish Seguin, and then next week we have Wagner. The week after we have Veterans Memorial, and then Canyon, and right now, and then we'll get to Bernie Champion, and Bernie Champion is they made the run of the state tournament last year, and they're definitely right there at the top. They have a ton back. They probably really lost 1 guy off the mound, but they return just about every starter. They're playing really well right now. Piper has made some strides with their young program. Of course, they're not young anymore. They got seniors as well, and so they've been playing pretty well too. But again, I go back to even the Tivy series. I mean, it was a real competitive series. They beat Canyon last night 9-0. Canyon's pretty young this year. They've just traditionally have been pretty strong in the district as well. But I think you got to go back to Bernie Champion. So that we got a lot of work to do before them. We take 1 game at a time. There's no doubt about it.
Right.
But they're the guys that will be sitting there waiting probably.
Well, we do appear to be right in the hunt for it, not just a playoff berth, but for hopefully a district championship, or be competitive to that, and then make a big playoff run. And so good luck to you, Coach, and your team, and to Ranger fans. We hope you'll come out this Friday. We play a 7 o'clock home game against
Seguin.
Yes,
sir.
Lost my train of thought against Seguin, and then we have some future home games, and then there'll be some broadcasts on the Rangers Network. So one way or the other, or both, we hope you'll come out and support Coach Kell, his staff, and our team, and we'll send it back to Coach Miller. And as we do each time, we'll sign off with Go Rangers.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats again to Coach Kell, his boys, his entire staff on a great start to the district season. Shifting gears for a second, I want to do Miss Snyder's job and talk about our Student and Teacher of the Week. We've got a ton of nominations, so we look forward to sharing those with you each week. Student of the Week, we had Olivia Fuentes, who is a senior. Olivia was nominated, and the quote that was given says, "Ms. Fuentes was walking in B-Wing, saw a peer in need, gave the student some attention, and de-escalated a situation with her kind heart. Ms. Fuentes walked with the student back to her classroom and calmly and quietly carried on her day. I was very impressed with Olivia's attention to detail of what the student needed, that I felt Olivia needs to be recognized for her amazing act of service. She was also in scrubs, so needless to say, she will make wonderful contributions to her community one day in whatever field she chooses. Thank you, Ms. Fuentes." That was a nomination from one of Olivia's teachers. And then Teacher of the Week, we actually have 2. They were paired together in the nomination. So our Teachers of the Week are Miss Kristen Sims and Miss Julie Ebarb. The quote that was given says, "I would like to nominate Ms. Kristen Sims and Ms. Julie Ebarb for going the extra mile to find a way to reach their students. Ms. Sims and Ms. Ebarb went out of their way to collaborate just to make sure that a shared student of theirs got the interventions she needed in chemistry." So I think that's just a great example of what happens with all of our Ranger teachers, the collaboration to make sure that all of our students are succeeding is unlike anything I've ever seen on this campus. So congratulations to Olivia Fuentes, Ms. Christensen, and Ms. Julie Ebarb. Thank you for being Rangers. And speaking of Rangers, let's talk about everything coming up this week. Starting off with soccer playoffs. It is round 1, and we've got some exciting news. Our boys and girls actually are playing a doubleheader. So we really encourage you to get out and watch them because you can watch both of them in one night. So next Monday, March 25th, our girls will take on Cedar Park at 8 p.m. Right before that, our boys will take on Liberty Hill at 6 p.m. Both of those games are going to be at Shelton Stadium, which is located on the Hayes High School campus in Buda. So again, both of our soccer teams are playing their first round game back to back. Boys at 6, girls at 8. They would love to see you out there cheering them on as they get ready to start their playoff journey. However, if you can't make the drive, we are excited to announce that Ranger Network will be doing both games. They will be live streaming both games. So you can log in and watch if you can't make it. Again, boys are at 6 next Monday, girls are at 8 next Monday. We'd love to see you out there. If not, you can log into the Ranger Network YouTube and watch them from there. Also going on this week, softball continues district. They are at Bernie Champion this Friday. Varsity plays at 7. If you're looking to find them here at home, they've got a big one Tuesday versus Piper at 7 p.m. And that will also be their Salute to Heroes game. So if you are somebody who has served in our armed forces, we welcome you out to the game. Track this Thursday. They actually have 2 things going on this week. This Thursday, they will be at Texas State. And then this Saturday, they're going to head to NISD Gustafson Stadium. They're getting ready to get into district. So these meets are kind of where they start ramping up, as well as golf. Golf has their first, it's like a district ready tournament this Thursday. Next for them will be district. So this Thursday, they are at Valor, in the district ready this Thursday. And then tennis is right in the midst of their season, getting ready for the heart of their season. Friday, they will be at both Lehman and Hayes High School as they attend their invitational. So tons of things going on. It's busy time of the year. It's a great time of the year. If you can, find a way to come out and support your Rangers. We look forward to seeing you at the soccer games. Good luck to soccer in playoffs, and good luck to everybody else as you are in district or get ready for district. Thanks, and go Rangers.